Goldylocks Productions provides professional internet, TV, and radio shows in the spiritual and New Age genre.
Hi, everybody. Anthony Rodriguez here, Walking Crow for the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine. Caw, caw. Welcome to another Tuesday edition of the show, and I'm really excited. We're well into spring. We're a week into spring, and things are moving and shaking, and those spirits are with us, and the power of the four directions are moving in our favor, and Mother Earth is happy. She's green because it's springtime. We just had a full load of 2 weeks of rain here in Los Angeles, and boy, am I ready for manifestation, for creating change in my life. I am creator, just like creator is creator within me. I am creator. You are creator, and I reflect the creation that you would like to be, and you reflect the creation for me of what I would like to be as well. I hope, like I said on my video earlier this morning on social media, I am where love lives, and I am what love looks like. I am what hope looks like, not what love looks like. But if you think that I look like love, I could be that. Anyways, so today, right now, I'm gonna burn some sage. I'm gonna clear the room. I'm gonna clear the channels, of all the electronics involved in the creating of this show, of the producing and vibration of this show. I like to clear the channel between Creator, Great Spirit, and myself, and that I would be a clear channel, that I would be a clear voice, that I would be a clear heart in giving what it is that I have to say and what I have to teach, what the spirit guides, what the spirit animals, and what all my relations would like me to teach today and would like me to talk about. I would like to ask you to call in. I hope. Clear. I would like to ask you to call in on a clear telephone line at 323-870-3791. And I'd like to hear what it is you have to say about what I have to talk about. Get a healing, get a chakra reading. Give me your thoughts, not so much your opinion, but your thoughts and what you feel about what it is that I'm saying, because I'm going to talk about some pretty good stuff today, because it's springtime and because life is moving. Life is in session. Life is happening, whether you want to or not, whether you're under the covers or not, whether you're sitting in a dark room or sitting in a dark space of depression or anxiety or stress or not. Life is happening, and you can take it by the cojones, and do what it is that you will with your life, the way it's offered to you, and make the change that you would like to make. That's what I'm going to talk about today. And I'm on fire today. Boy, I'm on fire. Got sage going, sage on fire. And so first thing I want to talk about is my calendar. So, and saying that, if you have a Eventbrite, go to Eventbrite, because every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch this show, the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show, live with Anthony Rodriguez, aka Walking Crow. Or you can listen to it on Blog Talk Radio, Be Live TV on Facebook, or Blog Talk Radio. I post the link every week, because every week it's a different link for Be Live. So you can find us here every Thursday at 8 p.m. on Facebook Live. You can find me doing sound, vibration, magic, drum, bath, journey with Walking Crow. Last week I did it out of this incredible place in Highland Park, California, called the Well, and the sound was incredible. If you didn't get a chance last Thursday to listen to that, you can go to my YouTube channel at Anthony Rodriguez, Walking Crow, Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine, and you can listen to that. You can download it and listen to that. I recorded it, and that was pretty intense. Put earbuds on, put headphones on to get that full effect, because that was incredible. So every Thursday at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live. If you're on Eastern Standard Time and you're getting ready and you're going to bed at 11, put that on, and it'll send you right into the dream state like you've never been sent into anything before. Because when I do that, holy cow, I don't even think I get into a minute in, and I'm already out out cold, and my traveling is pretty intensive. So, there's that. So then April 14th, healing the emotional body through the 7 sensitivities, root to crown, with myself and Diana Bohan. Diana Bohan is an incredible yoga teacher, and she's going to be teaching this class with me at Lid and Mo's in Pasadena. It's $40 for the class. It starts at 11 a.m. on Saturday morning, April 14th, to about 12:30. And we're going to be teaching about how the emotional body is connected to the chakra system. And while we're doing that, and after we do that, Diana is going to lead you in the poses that are connected to that particular chakra, yoga poses. And I am going to be drumming, and we will be walking you through the emotional aspect of that particular chakra and that particular pose for that particular part of your energetic subtle body. $40. That's going to be a cool class. So I've never drummed for yoga before, but this is going to be a first for me. And I'm going to be using the big drum, which is very deep. So we're going to be doing that. And also, those of you who showed up to the drum making workshop this last weekend, thank you for coming. And thank you for coming to make the drums that you made. Everybody got their share of their medicine, what it is they wanted from that drum, or they're going to receive that, because as they go into the springtime and the summertime, using that drum in their ceremonies and in their medicine, they're going to find some different results for different people. And also saying that I am going to be doing that workshop on May 19th and May 20th here in Los Angeles. Again, it's $200 for the workshop. It's 2 to 3 hours on Saturday from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. We're going to be doing ceremony. We're going to be preparing the frame. You're going to be setting intentions for the frame and writing your intentions on there if you want. We're going to stain the frame if you want the drum stained. We're also going to put the skins into soak them in sage and other wild medicines, so they can do what they do overnight. So when we come back at 10 o'clock in the morning to create the drum and put the drum together after we do ceremony, and you're in ceremony, offering tobacco and sage and all the prayer and all these things and song and drumming, we're going to put together and assemble your drum, and you're going to be able to walk away with a 12-inch elk skin drum. You know what? The drums are incredible. In fact, I'm going to be making a couple of buffalo skin drums probably this weekend, a 15-inch and a 16-inch. 16 inches for me. And with the 15-inch is somebody that ordered one, and it's going to be an incredible time on May 19th here in Los Angeles at the drum making workshop, Walking Crow, and Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine. Saying that, I'm also going to be setting up a drum making workshop in Sedona, in the vortices, in the place of that intensive energy, the place of magic. So be prepared to become a pilgrim and travel to Sedona to make your drum with Walking Crow, to make your drum with the ancestors and all my relations and your spirit guides and your spirit animals in that place. Be prepared for that announcement. That's going to be about $250 because it's a little bit more expensive to rent places there, but that's the only difference in the price. Also, May 5th, I will be teaching a workshop, This Side of Consciousness. I'll be teaching that workshop at the Sedona Creative Life Center. I've already started making the arrangements. I'm putting together the posters. This side of consciousness. What consciousness means to you? Which side of consciousness are you, or you are not? Do you want to learn what consciousness is for you? And I can teach you what that means and how that feels and how it shows up in your body, in the emotional aspect of the subtle energy body of where we live, of this meat suit, this earthly body that we wear, and how energy travels in and out of us and how we connect to it. This side of consciousness on May 5th in Sedona, Arizona, at the Creative Life Center. I am excited because that's my first real event in Sedona. Well, I did an event in October, but it wasn't my event. It was the Imagine Center, but I was a guest speaker. I actually did the fire ceremony for them. So that's that there. Also, spring cleaning. So if you've been doing your spring cleaning, but you haven't been doing your spring clearing, we need to have a conversation. You can get your spring clearing sage bundle for $15 and $3 shipping and handling. $3. I'm not going to overcharge you. Somebody just overcharged me by a few bucks for shipping and handling. I know what that costs, so I'm not going to rip people off. But it's for $18. You can have this shipped to you. You can use Venmo and send me $18 to Anthony-WalkingCrow-24. That's my name on Venmo. You can send $15. Send your address. And where you want it sent to, and I will send it to you. No extra cost for the package or the box or anything like that. I can take that hit. That doesn't hurt me. It doesn't hurt my feelings and do it. Anyway, so get your sage and clear, and cleanse yourself for the springtime and prepare yourself for Easter. Esther, Easter. What a magnificent way to come into the time of spring. The full moon is this week, and then Easter, Holy Thursday is on Thursday, then Good Friday, and then there's a skip a day, and the Christ consciousness ascends, and he is here, and he is back, and he's present for those of you who celebrate the Christ consciousness, who celebrate Jesus Christ. And so it's a beautiful, beautiful time in the world. So saying that, this is the card of the day. Heart chakra. Victim. Turn it upside down. It says victim, but this really isn't about playing the victim. This is contrary, and you can play the victim or you don't have to play the victim. But if you look at the card, see that squirrel living in his abundance up there? And the acorn that's in the forefront of that picture, and the letting go of fall, this is about the letting go of the letting go. This is about the Christ consciousness. This is about living in the acorn, being the acorn, and understanding that you have to die in and of yourself to become the mighty oak, to become what love is, to know what love is for yourself, and to know that if you know what it is for yourself, give it to yourself. Ask for what you want for yourself from others, and mirror that. Look for the mirror that's out there that will give you love, the love that you give yourself. And do you give yourself love? Let go of the old and come into the new. This is the time. It's no mistake that I pulled this card today. I'm excited. I'm excited because, hey, it's springtime. It is springtime. And it's a time of manifestation. It's a time of moving forward. Are you stuck? Are you stuck in your body? Are you stuck in your soul? Are you stuck in your job life? Are you stuck in your home life? Are you stuck in your social life? Are you stuck in everything that you do? Do you feel like you're sitting in traffic on the 405 in Los Angeles, the San Diego freeway in your life, when you feel like you're stuck and you can't go anywhere and you can't do anything because, you're afraid of what people are going to say. You're afraid of what people are going to think. You're afraid of what you're going to say and you're going to think because of the conditioning of how you were raised, of your domestication. How are you domesticated to say no to yourself and to give up on yourself and look down the barrel, the double barrel of the rut that you've been living for the last 20 plus years, 5 plus years, 10 plus years, 30 plus years, 40 plus years? How do you do that for yourself? How do you do that with yourself? How do you look in the mirror and shave your face or brush your teeth or comb your hair and say to yourself, here I go again. Here I go again. Same place, same thing. The robot, here I go again. You're programmed to do the same thing. Pavlov's dog, bing, time to eat. Bing, time to eat. Bing, time to eat. Haven't you had enough? Haven't you had enough? It's springtime. Grandfather sun was out and rising this morning when I went out to the backyard and I was seeing in the sun, the glory of grandfather sun, in the sun of the springtime, the spring equinox, and I sat there with my sage and I lit my sage and I allowed myself to be in the energies of the sage and the clearing of the energies of the ancestors and my spirit guides and my spirit animals. And I sat and I thought, what a wonderful time to be alive. What a wonderful time to be Anthony. And I brought I read a spirit animal book every day, and I read a different spirit animal, not because I need to, but because I want to. And it seems to kind of like weirdly coincide with where I'm at in my life. So I'm like, cool. It's like pulling a card. Who knew? Who knew? What am I willing to give myself? What are you willing to give yourself? And I'm going to tell this story about Sunday. Sunday I was, Sunday I had a long weekend and a long social weekend. And I went to a beautiful Persian New Year's Eve party. And the people there were just magnificent and beautiful. My friend Clarice threw the party, and my friend Shakoba Hawk Wing threw the party. Shakoba Hawk Wing and I did an event a week ago on Friday for the new moon, which was an incredible event. So, my friend Clarice threw the party, and it was just amazing. I don't speak Persian. I don't speak Armenian. But you know what? I was welcome in that house, and I was invited, and I said yes. And it was at the foothills of the San Gabriel Mountains in Azusa. What an amazing vortex of energy that was. Aho. So I went to this party, and I enjoyed myself thoroughly. And then the next day, I left the party, and I'm going to tell myself because I told them that I had to go because I had to get up. But I was invited for a foot massage by a friend of mine who is a yogini, a beautiful friend of mine named Leah Kramer. And she lives in this beautiful little house in Pasadena. So I went over there, and she massaged one foot as I massaged her opposite foot. We exchanged that massage, and it was a wonderful thing because I really needed that help, and I had asked for it on Facebook, and a few people offered, but Leah offered, and and so I did that, and it was such a great experience. But the next day, Sunday, I kind of kicked around, did stuff for my mom, ran some errands for mom. But in the afternoon, I went and bought myself a roast veggie sandwich, which my favorite thing in the world, actually, at this place out in Highland Park. And then I went and got a coffee and, spent some time reading an incredible book, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, reading an incredible book. And then I just, what did I do? Oh, I was on my way home. This is where the story's going. And on my way home, the Tiffany White Sage Woman's show came on. And I was driving and listening, and she was talking about amber. The stone of the week was amber. She was giving a reading on the stone of the week and doing other things. And I was listening, and I heard that, and I was sitting on the 5 freeway in traffic. I was in traffic, but I'm not stuck. I am not stuck. And I saw the Glendale Boulevard off-ramp, so I got off because there's a place there called the Crystal Matrix where I'm going to be teaching. I'm going to be drumming. This is all new for within the last week or so. So I've been manifesting. I have been busy. Sedona, Crystal Matrix, Ventura, the Orenda Rising with Barbara Marquez and Ventura. So I'm busy, and I'm on the move at the well in Highland Park as well. Tiffany's talking about amber, and I hear amber, and amber has been calling to me, and I just had been ignoring the call, and I haven't picked any up. So I got off the freeway, went over to Crystal Matrix, pulled in, and there's my friend. My friend Richard Kahn. Richard Kahn is an incredible astrologer. He needs to be on this show. In fact, he needs to have his own show. He's an amazing, amazing guy. And I walk in, he says, I need to talk to you. And then there's another lady named Aura, who is an amazing healer who follows me, and she made the introduction to me and the owner of Crystal Matrix for me to do what I'm going to be doing there. And I'll be speaking on the 15th of April there for an ice cream social and talking about what it is that I do. But before that, I'm going to try to book something there before that so I can get that ball rolling. So I walk in, I'm looking for amber, and I find my piece of amber. And this is what I go in for. What I got, aside from what I went in there for, was amazing. Richard says to me, Anthony, I have some friends who just bought a house in Sedona, and they're looking for somebody to live in the guest house. And I said, and he says, I told them about you, and they're looking for somebody who can help them with moving into their shamanic work. And she says, I told them about you. So I'm like, wow, this is cool. So all this energy is moving and shaking and flowing and all this stuff. And I'm talking to also Madeline, who works there, who I said, I just happened to mention that I drummed at the well in Highland Park. And she says, was that you? I live there upstairs. I didn't know you were there drumming at the well with so-and-so. She says, oh my God, that was amazing. You got to do that more often here. You can book yourself here. So I am being booked and I am manifesting everywhere that I can. I do not say no to anything. And if I have to change dates, I will change dates to make things fit. I am on fire. I have said yes to the manifestation and the creation of the energy and the work that I do as Anthony Rodriguez, Walking Crow. Are you ready to step into the energy and the manifestation and the creation of the work that you do? Are you tired of saying no to yourself? Are you tired of telling yourself that you can't, that you wouldn't, that you shouldn't, that you couldn't, when you can, you will, you could, and you would, and you really should? Aho! Aren't you tired? Say yes to the saying yes, to the saying yes, to the saying yes. Aho! So this little magic piece of amazing magic here is the amber that I purchased. See, Tiffany White Sage Woman said, amber, I heard amber and I remembered the call. So Tiffany White Sage Woman was just confirming the call that I had received earlier. And I say yes. I say yes. And here it is. I was also told to purchase moldavite. Now, moldavite is a pretty intense stone. And because I've been having trouble dreaming and blah, blah, blah. And I think both of these are for the amber and the moldavite is for dreams. But I bought this small piece of moldavite. And moldavite is not cheap. Let me tell you, that's why I got this small piece, because I couldn't afford to do that right then. But I bought enough to make a change and make a difference of the energies that were coming and going and ebb and flowing in my life. So I bought moldavite, and this morning I sent Tiffany a message that I remembered a dream, and the dream was pretty impressive and pretty intense. It was a dream. I was at a shoe convention, and it felt like I was in Pacoima. If anybody knows where Pacoima is, it's where I grew up as a kid. And it was near airport, but it was near some sort of body of water. If it was a river, if it was a lake, it wasn't an ocean. I know that. And I was staying in this room at this hotel, and there was I checked into the hotel, checked into the room, and I was with somebody, I don't know who. And then we went to the convention. And when I came back, there was these 10 boots thrown around on the sidewalk. And I pulled this tan boot out of the dirt. It was like buried in the dirt, and there was like a wallet in it. And although I could see that there was money in there, when I looked through the wall to look for the owner's ID, there wasn't any money in there. It was just showed like it looked like there was money in there, big bills, and there was no money. So I took the boot inside the house, and I'm trying to look. I'm going through the wallet to see if I can find identification. No identification. And I noticed that somebody's been in the room. There's boots. There's 10 boots under the bed. There's 10 boots everywhere. Somebody took wet towels and covered up our stuff. It was on this weird table. And then these people show up, and there's a bunch of men, and they were all gay. And it was almost as if we weren't there, but they were there. And then as we kind of faded into the picture, and we were having conversations, and they were the ones that lost the wallet that belonged to the wallet. And there was a lot of talk about a lot of things that I didn't quite understand, but I know that my life is moving. I know that my life is shaking. I just finished telling you. So the dream, poof. The energy of what's happening right now is just popping up. And the dream is just confirmation of what's happening in my life. Thank you, Tiffany, for helping me with that this morning, because sometimes I forget that I know. I know what I know, and sometimes I don't go there. Anyway, so the dream was just confirmation of where my life is going. That whole scenario was a really bizarre scenario, but who cares how bizarre it is? It's truth. And so, amber, here we go, amber and moldavite, moldavite. These were the answers to my saying yes, my saying yes. And I want to thank Tiffany White Sage Woman on Sunday for talking about amber for the week, because it shifted, it changed me again. I was already in the middle of the change. I was in the interchange. If anybody has driven the LA freeways, the interchanges are kind of goofy. They go and they loop around into another freeway, and it's always a loop, And I was, I never get stuck in the interchanges. I never get stuck in the interchanges. I get, but places where I get stuck is in my thinking of the interchange, of the potential for interchange, interchange. Oh, but I no longer do that. I say yes. Are you ready to say yes? Will you say yes? I hope. And speaking of saying yes, I met a lovely, lovely, lovely shaman, medicine woman named, Amalia Camateros, when I was in Sedona last. And Amalia is an amazing, amazing woman, and she has an amazing, amazing story. We went dancing, and the whole time we were dancing in Sedona, she was like beaming and this beautiful smile and this beautiful brown hair, and she was just has this spirit. And even when I wasn't dancing with her, you could see her moving through the people. And she was just like joy on fire. Well, in 2 weeks, I'm going to have her on this show. She wrote a book called Spirit of the Stones, The Retrieval of Earth Wisdom. How ironic that this is the person that I want to have on this show and that I met in Sedona, because what is my work? I work with earth medicine with regards to the medicines, in regards to the drum medicine, in regards to the medicine wheel and all these things, water, a whole earth, grounded. And so I'm going to have Amalia on as my guest, and I'm excited. I can't wait. So that's a beautiful gift, not only for myself, but all of the listeners who are looking for something different from the transformational sacred drum medicine. And saying that, 323-870-3791 is a call-in number. There was somebody that called 2 weeks in a row that wasn't able to get in. So I want to be able to talk to that person. I hope they call back today. I really want to be able to talk to them. But anybody who wants to talk about or wants to touch base with me about any of the subjects that I've talked about already, please feel free to call in. I want you to remind you that you're listening and watching the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine with Anthony Rodriguez, myself, Walking Crow, Aho. And you can reach me at anthony@sacreddrummedicine.com, or you can call me at my office at 818-442-1717, or you can go to www.sacreddrummedicine.com. What an amazing time. Do I sound like I'm excited? Do I sound like I'm blocked? And saying that, I have to talk about this, because I'm not talking as fast as I was last week. Last week, I came on the air and I was like, blah, 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 blah. The sky is falling. And I was out there, and some people typed in messages that said, slow down, ground. And they were right. I wasn't grounded. And I wasn't in my skin, and I wasn't in my feet. As much as I was talking about it, I wasn't there. I'm there today. I'm here today. And I am present. I am present right here, right now, in my heart space, in my lung space. I am present right here, right now, in my vibration, in my expression. I am present right here, right now, in my knowing of what it is that I know that I've been given as medicine to help others. And I am present in my seventh chakra, the crown chakra, creation, manifestation of universe, God, consciousness. And I receive, and I am open. I'm an open channel, and I am open in my fire, my fuego. I can, I will, I do, I am. Fire, manifestation. Oh. I can, I will, I do, I am. And I am in my water. Emotion, second chakra, emotion, connection to others. Connection to others. It's where I heal. It's where I feel. It's where I fight or flight. It's where the divine masculine meets the divine feminine in that place that I call love, that I call creation, that I call coming together. A whole. And I'm in my root. I'm in my shoot. I am in my foundation of who and what I am, who and what I have always been. I am the tree that is well rooted, and I am rooted and fruited, and the branches of my tree extend into the heavens, and the birds of the air nest in my branches and eat of my fruit. And what is my fruit? My fruit is of the experience of how I got from point A to point B. My experience. I teach from experience. I don't teach from a book, although I will be finishing a couple of books soon. I teach and speak from the experience that flows through me, that has happened with me in the Mayic energy of my body. Aho, the Maya of my body. Aho, aho, aho. How many of you are ready to stop being stuck in the Mayic energy of your body and want to do something more than that you've done? Who want to be something more than you've been, who want to go places other than where you are right here, right now. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? How do you want it? There was a commercial for a hamburger joint. I think it was Burger King. Have it your way. Have it your way at Burger King. Never mind the Burger King, the burger, but have it your way in your life. I have my life the way that I want it. Some people may not think that I have a very good life. I think I have an amazing life because I get to touch so many. I don't get, what more could I ask for? But to be able to touch so many. And I have a worldwide reach now with Goldylocks Productions, and having Facebook Live and Facebook, and having all the other avenues and the apps that are available to me to allow myself to go to other places where I couldn't reach, where I wouldn't be able to reach if I was yelling through my hands. My voice is heard in Denver, Colorado. My voice is heard in Stockdale, Arizona, in Austin, Texas, San Antonio, Texas. It's heard in Orlando, Florida. It's heard in New York. It's heard in Connecticut. It's heard in France. It's heard in Africa. It's heard in across the world, in Australia, and New Zealand, and Asia, and India, and on and on and on. My voice carries around the world, around the globe, through the universe, because I say so, because this voice is important. When will you allow your voice to be important? When will you allow your voice to speak? When will you say to those who try to stymie you or shut you down, no, you can't shut me up. You can't make me be quiet. I have to sing. I have to talk. I have to yell. I have to write my book. I have to stand on my feet and be heard as a human spirit that I am. The human spirit. I didn't say the human being. I said the human spirit. Woof, 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 woof. So, what is it you're going to ask for yourself? You don't have to make demands on anybody, but you can ask for what it is that you want. What is it that you want? What kind of help is it that you need to move forward? I am here to coach and mentor people into a new existence, into a new freedom, into a new way of being, into a new way of self, into a new way of self. How can I help you? How can I help you? And now that I'm at this point, I actually at the halfway point of the show, I'm going to ask you to put your feet on the floor. Put your feet on the floor, and I want you to take your left hand, the left hand of the divine feminine, of duality, the left hand of the left side duality of receiving of the divine feminine, and I want you to place that over your heart. Place it over your heart and feel the vibration in the heartbeat of Mama Pachamama, Gaia, Mother Tierra, Mother Earth. And feel that heartbeat that flows through you, flow through your hand and into your arm. And allow it to go around the curve of the elbow and up into the bicep, tricep, and across the shoulder into the fifth chakra of vibration, and into your right hand of duality, your right hand of the divine masculine, the right hand of giving to the divine feminine, and place it right over your left hand of receiving, and allow that circle to be completed. Do this with me, please, those of you who are watching and listening. And repeat to yourself and repeat after me and say to yourself, I am where love lives, and I am what hope looks like. I am where love lives, and I am what hope looks like. I am where love lives, and I am what hope looks like. I shi wanna ho, I shi wanna honata, I shi wanna ho, shinawa, sina wata shinaka, oh, shit. I am walking crow, and I shift between light and dark and light. I am keeper of the sacred law. Aho. I am alchemy. I am shapeshifter. What would you like to shapeshift into? Wow, how do you want to transform your life? What do you want to be more than you've been in your lifetime? More than you know that you want to be? Oh, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Ask yourself and tell yourself, I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. Oh. I understand that you don't have to live and accept the same old, tired, same old. There are things that you can do to change the life that you are living right now. Do you want to become an energy healer or a Reiki healer? You know, you don't have to become either one in particular because they're both the same, only one has a name. They call it Reiki because it's a Japanese modality that came over. Energy healing is energy healing. You don't have to have any symbols. You don't have to have any saints. You don't have to have any of that, any masters. You don't have to have any of that stuff. You just have to be ready and accepting of the energies that flow downward into the crown of your head and upward through the feet from Mother Earth, aho, and make the connection in your fourth chakra in the place of the heart, the bridge, aho, to the higher and the lower self, aho. Are you ready? Would you like to be an energy healer? How would you like to learn that? How would you like to learn the things that I learned when I first started? Because that's how I started. I started as an energy healer. Aho. I didn't start off as a shaman. I had no idea that I was going to be doing this. That I was going to be on the radio, that I was going to be writing books, that I was going to be drumming, making shamanic drums out of sacred skins for sacred work. Do you know that you can do this too? This is just not about somebody like me and somebody like Tiffany White Sage Woman and Shakoba Hawk Wing and Master Seal and Emma Molina Enriquez, people like us. We are not alone. We are all the same. We mirror each other and we mirror you and you mirror us. You can do this too. See these hands? See these hands? See these hands? These are your hands. These are your hands. Are you ready to say yes as I put forth the energies into the world and into your town? If you're in Indianapolis, Indiana, or if you're in a small town, whatever, in Texas, or if you're in South Dakota, or if you're in Ottawa, Canada, or if you're in Hawaii, my energy is far-reaching and yours can be too. Are you ready for something different? Aren't you tired of yourself and tired of the same old thing? Say yes to me. Type yes into what you're listening to and say hello and share and share and like and say yes to your new self, the new beginnings of springtime, manifestation, creation. I am not alone. I am not special. Although I am special. Because I say yes. I'm willing to be special and step into my right foot, a masculine, and moving forward, followed by the divine feminine left foot of receiving. I give to myself, I receive to myself. I give to myself, I receive to myself. I give to myself, I receive to myself. I trudge the road of happy destiny. The word trudge means walking with purpose. Walking with purpose. Are you ready to come into your purpose? Are you ready to walk in your purpose? Are you ready to do what it is you've wanted to do for lifetimes? Never mind a lifetime, lifetimes, a whole. Do you know that I hardly touch anybody with these hands anymore in my office space? I have clients, but most of what I do comes through the vibration of my fifth chakra. They come through these hands anyways, because these hands are fifth chakra. Hello. You ever talk to a deaf person, watch them laugh? This is laughing. This is laughter or clapping. You know, the hands are an amazing tool because they're the voice. They're the silent voice until you start to text, until you start to type, until you start to use the keyboard, or until you start to use sign language and communicate in the way that you need to communicate. Are you ready to communicate? Are you tired of being communicated at and communicated to and not being able to communicate the way that you would like to because you're afraid? When are you going to come out of the fear of being afraid? I hope. And by the way, I'm going to say this because it bothers me. You do not have to pay $500 to $3,000 to sit in the stadium in San Jose or anywhere else in the world to listen to somebody teach. You do not have to pay $500 to $2,500 to $3,000 to come to my office or somebody like me to our offices to get the help that you need to help yourself. You do not have to pay those kinds of prices. That's ridiculous. That's selfishness. That's not selflessness. I hope. That's not selflessness. At the job where I work, a part-time job at the vitamin department of this particular farmer's market store, a lady walked in yesterday and she was looking for something. She was looking for fiber. And she's been having, she says, problems with her stomach all her life. And in talking to her, I recommended some things. I recommended a probiotic. I also recommended a lighter fiber because she was looking for something that would just rip her up. And I was like, no, you need to be gentle with yourself. You can't just put stuff in your body like that. And then I recommended that she should eat sauerkraut or kimchi because those are the most natural and the best probiotics that there are. Sauerkraut and kimchi. None of you know that, you know that now. These are the things I learned when I walked through life. So I walked her back there and I asked her, how old were you when this started? And she said 8 years old. And I was like, wow, 8 years old. And I knew there was some trauma there. I just didn't know what. And she said, my father died when I was 8 years old. And I just stepped back and I said to her, honey, I'm really sorry that happened to you. I'm really sorry that nobody showed you how to mourn, how nobody showed you how to be in your body and be with that information in a good way. See, because instantly her connection to her father was broken, bang, in her second chakra, and her foundation was rocked. She had no foundation. And she had no self-esteem through life because he wasn't there to help her. He probably is, but she didn't know how to tap into him. And I talked to her and I said, this is about an emotional state, your emotional state of when your father passed. And I said to her, she said to me, I've been going to doctors and doctors have not been able to help me. And I said to her, I can help you. And I did. She has my card, but whether she comes back to see me or not, doesn't matter. I told her, call me anytime you want, even if you just want to talk. Call me anytime. Now, I don't speak the best Spanish. She is Spanish speaking. But I did the best that I could with what I had. because that's not my first language. It's my second language. And I didn't learn that till I was almost 40. So, so when I say, I can, I will, I do, fire, fuego. Fuego is Spanish for fire. So I'm just showing off my Spanish. But she was grateful and she was happy. And, she asked me where I was from. And I told her I'm Tarahumara from my family, on my mom's side, from the Chihuahua, Mexico area, El Paso, Texas area. My father's from Guanajuato, Mexico, and his family's from there. And I don't know who his people are, but it's what I want to learn about, who my people are from that area of Mexico, because it has a lot to do with my medicine, has a lot to do with the lineage. I understand that I was the repair of my lineage. That repair, when I put that spirit juice down, alcohol, spirits in, spirit out. When I put that down, I started a forward movement in the healing of my lineage. And when I came into my medicine, that completed the circle. That completed what I needed to do to be who I am, what I am, who I have always been, a whole. And here I am. And I say yes. And I say yes to the spirits. I say yes to the spirit guides and the spirit animals. I say yes to the medicines. I say yes to the wind. I say yes to the fire. I say yes to the water. And I say yes to the earth. Always, every day, every day, every day, every day, every day. Now, you don't have to be brown like me to be indigenous, because I know there's a lot of Irish and a lot of Scots and a lot of Germans and a lot of Czechoslovakians and a lot of Jews and a lot of Africans and a lot of different kinds of people who are indigenous but don't speak to their indigenous nature. They don't speak to it because they don't know how to. No one has ever taught them to. And speaking to your indigenous nature isn't putting a war bonnet on your head, to try to make some sort of a lame statement or to be cool, because it's not cool to wear a war bonnet, especially when you're a woman and you don't wear a war bonnet. That's not what the women do. We honor the women in a different way. We listen to the women. I listen to the women. I had to learn how to listen to the grandmothers. I had to learn how to listen to the mothers. I had to learn how to listen to the daughters and the granddaughters. I have a man who lives in my duality, and those dualities live in me. In me, the left hand, divine feminine, the hand of receiving. I receive, I listen. And I share that information through the divine masculine on my right side. Are you ready to come into your medicine? Are you ready to say yes to you? Are you ready to understand that you've been listening to the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine with Anthony Rodriguez, Walking Crow? And you can call us. You can reach me at area code 323-870-3791. That lady that came into the store yesterday, she touched me. I was in tears. I was in tears. Because it was the best, to that point, the best experience I had all day. And it was about 10 o'clock, I think, when I had the experience. Or no, it was earlier than that, because I took a break at 9. Yeah. But that was the greatest experience I could have, sharing that information with her. And I hope she calls me. I hope my phone rings and it's a 323 number or a 213 number. I know it's going to be her. And she's going to say hello. She's going to let me know. She's going to tell me, because I can help her. How do you want help? Is it me that you want help from? If it's not me, then who? Can I direct you to somebody who can help you? Is it Amalia Camateros, who's going to be here next in 2 weeks? Who can help you? Who knows? I don't know. Only you know, and only you can tell me who that is. I'm going to say this again. Today is an amazing, amazing, amazing day. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? And if you're ready, say so in the comments. Let me know you're ready. Let me know you're listening. Let me know you're listening. I don't see Sarah today. Sarah's not here today. Oh, well, what are you going to do? Oh, there she is. She's just being real quiet today. But I want to thank everybody who's logged in today and is listening today. because the message has been very powerful. The message has been very clear. The message is grounded. The message has been in my root, in my fruit of who and what I am and who and what I have always been. And it's clear today. My message today is very clear. And are you listening? Are you willing to receive it in your heart space? Are you willing to listen to it and understand, not with your ears, but with your soul, within your fire, within your water, within your earth, within your air, lungs? I love, I'm loved. Oh, are you ready to listen and come into what it is that you need for yourself? We know that you need it. Why don't you know that you need it? And I got to drink something because I'm thirsty. And pay no attention to the bottle behind the glass because I don't advertise, and you're not going to see a label with me. I needed something carbonated this morning, so kill me. No, don't kill me. So, I could end the show right here. And I don't think anybody would care because there's been a lot of information. There's been a lot that's come out today. This morning, as I sat in the backyard at my table with my book and my sage and my coffee, and grandfather's son coming over the house next door, shining on me, I kept hearing the gurgling caw and the call of the crow, caw, caw. And I kept hearing it and got closer. And I looked up, I stood up and went out into the yard, and he was standing. He was standing on a pole, talking to me. And like I've heard Tiffany White Sage Woman share, I answered back and I said hello, and I responded in a good way because they speak to us and they hear us. They understand that we're speaking to them. They understand that we're speaking when we're not saying anything. We communicate silently. They know that I'm there. That's why they come. They know and they feel my vibration. That's why they come. When I speak, when I'm with dogs, and they don't always hear me talk to them, but they know what I'm saying because they will sit. They will lay down. They will come over to me and they will allow me to pet them in a good way. Oh, in a good way. I don't always have to be in my voice outwardly to be communicating. My friend Master Seal, he spent I don't know how much time in the caves of Oahu with the shamans, and they lived in silence. They lived, and the only time they would use their voices when there was a joke that was told silently, and they were all busting up laughing. Who can hold that in? You don't want to hold that in. That's pure joy. That's pure joy. And I got to tell you, I feel like I'm pure joy. Like I live in my pure joy because I've been able to let go. I've been able to let go of the things that I thought that I needed, the things that I thought that I wanted. And you know what? Let me rephrase that. They weren't the things that I needed. They weren't the things that I wanted. They were the things that others wanted for me or from me. They were the things that others wanted to me to be because, they couldn't live up to that standard. So they wanted me to somehow be magically that. My parents, my teachers, my elders who didn't know how to be who they were. So they tried to change me and domesticate me like the lap dog that we feed every night at about 5 because they're hungry. I am not a lap dog. I've never been a lap dog. I've never been willing to do what it is that you want because it's what you want for me. I've only been willing to do what it is that I want for me and for me. Oh, and I'm saying that because I share stories before the show starts. I get to have a conversation of about 2 or 3 minutes with Tiffany White Sage Woman. How are you doing? All that stuff. And I there was somebody that wanted to date me, and we went out once, but I found out she was like 11 years older than me, and I'm not I'm 57, and I'm like, I don't want to date my mom. Sorry. There's a place for that, and I just don't want that for me. I like somebody closer to my own age. And somebody, JJ Buckner from Sedona says to me, social media. Oh, but you'll date somebody 11 years younger than you. I'm like, I want to date somebody close to my age, somebody close to my spirit, somebody close to my being, somebody understanding of who and what I am, of who and where I am, and who and what I do. I don't want to have to explain things to people all the time because they don't understand what it is I'm doing. Somebody who's in the medicines of what I'm doing always knows, and that's just what Anthony does. It's who he is, and that's what I want, for me. Somebody who's closer to my age, just like you want for you, closer to my age, who's willing to say, hey, let's go for a hike. Not let's sit on the couch and watch TV all day and all night. I've had that in my life. That's no fun. Somebody who wants to eat pot roast every other night or meatloaf. I'm like, I had that. That's not me. That's not the way I live. I don't eat pasta, I'm going to a different place, but I'm talking about these things, this stuff, because it's what I want for me, what I want for Anthony J. Rodriguez, Walking Crow. What am I willing to give myself? What am I willing to not accept for myself? What am I willing to give myself that's different or better? Not that younger is better than older. I'm not saying that. There's nothing wrong with that person. She's special. She's going to be even more special to somebody else. I guarantee that. Because she's pretty great. But I want what I want for myself, and I'm willing to wait, and I'm willing to be silent, and I'm willing to be still, just like everything else that has manifested in my life. I speak it, I know it, I understand it, and I stand still. I don't chase relationships. I won't chase relationships. The only relationship I chase is the relationship with myself. Because if I don't have me, I can't give away what I haven't got. I can't share with you the magic that I understand me to be, the mirror that I understand me to be, the mirror that I understand you to be, the magic that I understand you to be. Oh, how do you want to use your hands? How do you want to be in your manifestation of the powers that are in you? Oh, do you know how to use your hands? Do you know, wow, there's some intense energy coming back at me right now. I can feel that. And I know the world feels me because I smooth over the world. Had a friend who wanted to interview me a few weeks ago. Oh, more than a few weeks ago. And she said, how do you deal with the political climate, what's going on right now? I'm like, I don't deal with it. It's none of my business. I don't take in poison. If this said poison, would you drink it? If I said poison across the front, you wouldn't. So I don't. So I don't watch news. I don't watch all that stuff. That's outside stuff. I don't watch any of that stuff. I don't receive that. A lot of it permeate by who I am. But I do vibrate out. I do send out goodness and good healing intentions to everybody, that they would be able to help heal the world. There are so many healers in this world that they can help heal this world if they find it in themselves to be able to do it for themselves first. Not becoming a healer for the sake of being a healer. That's ego. Go inside first and heal thyself. Are you able to walk on glass? Are you able to walk on hot rocks? Are you able to walk through a wall? Are you able to see through the wall, hear through the wall, speak through the walls? Are you able to knock walls down? I knock walls down. I don't build walls up. I vibrate out good. I vibrate out love. I vibrate out nurturance. What is it that you want to vibrate out? Hey. Aho. Wow. We're in the last few minutes of the show, and I want to thank everybody for coming. It's been, I'm glad that I received the communication last week that I was, needed to be grounded because I'm here. I can't get any more present than I am right here, right now, and I'm very happy. I want to send a prayer out to my friend Clarice, where I went to her party on Saturday. She's having eye surgery today. And I told her last night that I would pray for her, but I'm going to ask that you all would pray for her too, that you would lift her up and you would be with her in good vibration. She's a lovely, lovely lady, a lovely, lovely soul. And, I get to be part of her recovery because she asked me to last night. And I thought, all right, cool. I get to go over and just hang out with her, maybe make her something to eat or a coffee. I don't know, whatever it is, what I can do. But, I'm doing more than that since last night, since she told me I'm vibrating out. Just like the world is being healed, Clarice is being healed even before she has gotten to surgery. And I'm going to ask you folks to vibrate out for her as well. I want to remind you that my name is Anthony Rodriguez Walking Crow, and you've been listening to the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine. What is it that you want? Call 323-870-3791. Call 818-442-1717. Reach out to Anthony at sacreddrummedicine.com. Reach out to www.sacreddrummedicine.com and see what it is that you, how can I help you? Sign up for a workshop, sign up for an event, give me a call and set up some online coaching and mentoring. I do online coaching and mentoring, and we can do a half hour, 40 minutes that doesn't have to, break you, because there are people out there charging thousands of dollars for you to get help when you can't afford thousands and thousands of dollars. And how do you get help in that case? How do you get help? I can make it affordable. I can make it helpful. I can help you get to where you want to go. And if it's helping you to get to where you want to go so you can help others to where they want to go, let's do that. That's even more exciting, All righty. I'd like to say thank you again for coming. My name is Anthony Rodriguez Walking Crow, and you've been listening and watching the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine Show. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. And thank you for coming. Bye-bye.